it's just the way that these characters acting. It's funny, but as you say, at the same time, it really helps to establish why Emma is acting the way that she's acting and why she would maybe be as controlling of the people around her as she is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and I think that's one of the things I like about this adaptation as well, because some adaptations of Emma have kind of shown Emma as a bit of a puppet master, like that she like kind of gets off on playing puppet master with people's lives, and that she sees it as a game. But I don't see that here. I see that she means really well, and like there's a lot of people out there who have talked about how with Harriet, there's a guy that Harriet likes, but he's just a farmer, and Emma's like, oh no, you should hold out for somebody of better, and like basically saying someone of a better class. I don't see that as her being nasty in any way to Harriet or her feelings. I see her doing that because she thinks if Harriet ends up marrying this farmer, then she'll end up just being a farmer's wife and having to spend her entire life working on a farm. Whereas if she marries somebody with the prestige of Mr. Elton or Mr. Churchill, she'll be able to live a luxurious life like Emma has had. I don't ever see that as her kind of being nasty. It's just one of those things where I think in this adaptation it kind of it works a lot better. That it's showing that no, she actually really means well, and she is actually shattered when she realizes that her actions have kind of really hurt people as well. But I think this production is actually really enhanced as well by some of the performances here. Like, Bill Nye is hilarious as her dad, as we already mentioned. He plays that up really well. But the one actor that I was really impressed with in this movie was Johnny Flynn. He's not someone that, like, I've ever... It's just going to sound really harsh, but he's not really someone that I've taken much notice of in movies. Like, he was in a movie that I liked a few years ago called Clouds of Sils Maria, which was a movie that he made with Kristen Stewart. And I remember finding him really good in that, but he's not someone that, like, I've gone out of my way to watch movies or something that he's in, or that I've actually walked away from a film going, wow, he was really good. But I thought he was really good in this film because he does kind of have that awkward role in this movie where he's friends with Emma, but she frustrates him to no point, like, and he has to keep on correcting her, like he's almost more of a father figure to her than what her own father is, in a sense. And I thought he was really, really good in that role. But I also really enjoyed seeing Anya Taylor-Joy in this film as well, because it's kind of a little bit different to what we're used to kind of seeing her do. Like, I know a lot of people would say, oh, but The Witch was a period film, but it was a horror. And she seems normally to do movies like Morgan and Split and Glass, where it's like there's a little bit of bite to the movie. And yeah, like, I know for television viewers, she's become known for Peaky Blinders, but for most of cinema people, she's more known for, like, her horrors and her thrillers. So to see her in a role where she actually is all dolled up, looking pretty in, like, period clothing and getting to deliver comedy and drama is a bit of a change for her, and I thought it suited her well as well.
Yeah, I felt the same thing about Anya Taylor-Joy. I thought that she has this really unique look, and she's very beautiful, and this movie really, like, it's really well suited to her. And as you say, we're so used to seeing her in horror movies,
covered in blood and all cut up, like yeah.
So, like, I still see her. Keep remembering her from Split, which, like, all the self-inflicted wounds or being terrorized for the entire film. And this is a movie where she's at peace and high society and done up in frilly dresses and playing the Queen Bee. And yeah, it was like she she really did carry this film really well. And as you say, just the rest of the cast, I was really impressed by. Just their the comedy, it's. I'm glad that I didn't particularly. I really want to go back. I didn't really hate any of the characters. Like, even the characters that, as the story goes on, you see that they are kind of scummy or selfish. I can still kind of understand them as people. And the actors that we've talked about in the past, the way that it's sometimes really hard for actors to play really asshole characters. And in this movie, they've done such a great job of playing these characters while at the same time being so believable as to why they're behaving that way, or why they like, it's not just as simple as, yes, we'll write this character off as being a villain.
Yeah,
it's not at all like that. Like Callum Turner as Frank Churchill, he's a charming man, and as you say, Johnny Flynn's character, George Knightley, is really the only one who really does kind of see him as being that there's something else to that there's some kind of scoundrel. That he's
got a secret. I guess that's like the thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, like, he can see that he's not someone that can be trusted. So yeah.
And it was like, considering how much Anna Taylor-Joy, Emma's character, is basically like is gushing over him whenever she's so like the movie starts with a wedding, and she's like constantly looking, like wanting to see this guy show up. He doesn't appear, and then as the movie goes on later on, you find out kind of why he doesn't show up at this wedding and kind of what he was up to. But it was just really great seeing these such I'd say kind of like a simple story, but one that was handled so well to make it interesting and funny and cute. And I think that Autumn de Wilde and Eleanor Catton, they've done such a great job at modernizing this story, but not modernizing it too much, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. And I am very surprised at how much I enjoyed it.
So I guess, saying that you enjoyed it, I guess that leads to the big question: what are you going to give this 1 out of 5?
I'm going to give this 4.5 out of 5. Like, I can't really recommend it to other dudes. It's another movie. It's a Jane Austen movie. It is a chick flick, but it's I thought it was a very well handled and well executed movie. Like I said, it has that Wes Anderson kind of quirky feel to it, but it doesn't go too crazy. It doesn't go too silly, but at the same time, it's not all prim and proper, and it's not this boring movie that I'd kind of come to expect from BBC Victorian era style movies, you know. But yeah, so I'm going to give this 4.5 out of 5.
See, now I really want to see you walk up to a whole bunch of dudes and go, "Oh, guys, you really need to go see Emma." Like,
yeah, I know, that would be something.
I think I'm going to give it. I've been like tossing up what I'm going to give this one, but I think I'm going to give it 3.5 out of 5. I did love the mixture of comedy and drama all throughout the film. There was a couple of moments in the movie where I thought it did lapse a little bit, and there perhaps needed to be something like a little bit more dramatic in there. I love the twist in the film, though. Love the performances of the leads, and it was one of those films where I saw the last adaptation so long ago that I couldn't remember everything that happened, and because the adaptions that have come in our lifetime have all been so different, like the Gwyneth Paltrow version and the course Clueless, they've been so different that this movie's got its own tone, has its own voice, so it kind of makes that little bit of a difference as well. So 3.5 out of 5 for me. And that's it for us looking at Emma. I give it 3.5 out of 5. Kyle gives it 4.5 out of 5. We'll be back very, very soon with another episode of the Popcorn Conspiracy. But for now, I've been Dave G.
And I've been Kyle.
But we'll be back very soon. So go out, check out some movies, go and see Emma, see what you think, and we'll be back soon with another episode of the Popcorn Conspiracy.